Welcome to Kiwis and Dragons, a D&D adventure from Aotearoa, New Zealand, the home of hobbits. Our party of intrepid adventurers consists of Duncan Daynut, a fighter with a heart of gold and a brain of turnip.
Grandma Daynut used to say, spilt whiskey leads to spilt blood.
Ilvenis, a drowned necromancer with a fascination of death and a mystery to solve.
I dated a grief counselor once. He had a wonderful reputation. He was a lovely man. He was so good that when he died, I didn't care.
Tish Dusklight, a gnome bard that sings like an angel and talks like a mugger in a dark alley.
On a cold and grey D&D day, a little rock gnome bard stands on a ridge line with her crossbow. Thank you.
And Skjold Gunvardsson, a war cleric of Rowan who lets his hammer do most of the talking.
När den blinde bär den lame går båda framåt.
Oh yeah, what does that mean?
That means when the blind is carrying the lame, both move forward.
Oh,
Not in a circle.
that one makes sense. I like that one.
Yeah.
What?
When the what?
When the blind and the lame.
They both move forward.
When the blind is carrying the lame, they can both move forward.
Whereas thinking they might be in a circle, but that would be wrong because they're moving forward together.
Because the lame person is telling them where to go,
Oh,
and the blind person is carrying
this
them.
magic hammer that
really
he's got,
nice.
he's rolling better, his quotes are better, it's like awesome. You're like a new,
Stop
you're a
it.
new man.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll see when we meet the devil how that goes.
You join our group. They have made their way to the town of Weaver, a fishing town on the east coast of the land. Having made their way to catch up with the innkeeper Tank of the Graceful Swan in Stin's Hollow, and finding or hearing the tale of how his brother made a deal or a pact with a devil to guarantee the health of his mother after she fell sick with a similar sickness to their father, what he died from. You find yourself sitting in the aptly named Craggy Rock Inn. A warm fire as the evening has cooled down, the sea breeze helping to drop the temperature. Well, it's not too early, but you made your way there, and you've spent a good part of the day catching up with Tank and meeting his brother, and this is where we join you. There's the sounds of kind of chatter and murmur and plates and cutlery and glass kind of fill the sometimes awkward silences. What are you talking about? What are you doing?
Well, do we have beer? I take it.
You've had
Yeah.
a couple of beers.
Oh,
Yeah.
a
okay, that's
foodie.
right then.
We had a foodie, eh?
You did.
So-
You actually tried some fish pie.
Ooh. Was it good?
I mean,
Did I have
did you rate? How did you rate it?
Did I have fifths?
Well, how much did you have?
I'm going to say I had fifths.
So it was pretty good fish pie.
Pretty darn good pie, that. Good bit of fish.
So was that the fancy fish he was talking about?
It was, and it's
Fancy
it's,
fish.
It's like scarp fish, I think.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, he mentioned that as we were walking in that.
Is that like a tirakihi?
Oh,
it's more like a snapper, like a grey skin.
you come from fishing
oh,
village,
you're
don't
right.
you?
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you think of the fish?
I don't care for it much. It reminds me too much of all we had to eat back home was potato and fish.
Oh.
What about you?
Yeah.
Did you try the fish? Because you love fish.
Oh, well, I don't mind eating them. I don't like being in them when they're nibbling at me.
Yeah,
That's like a different thing
You,
altogether.
you want to be the nibbler.
Yes, yeah. Haha, fish, I'm eating you now. Haha.
It gets a giggle from Tank, and over the course of the evening, you've listened to the brothers just talk and catch up, and one of the questions you had was the timing of the debt being called in. Harrod turns to you and, well, the last couple of nights, and I knew the time was up. I know you never forget that kind of time, and when you first make a deal, 10 years seems like forever, but it does go quickly. My son is 9.5, and that wasn't necessarily on the agenda. And I don't say I regret my decision, but it suddenly seems so much more to lose. But that is okay. Last night, I heard a strange noise, like the baying of wolves, and it's not a noise you hear very often here in the open plains. They don't come here. There's no forest, so it was just unnerving. It kind of got to me. So
This thing that you made the deal with, did you actually meet them?
absolutely, yes.
What are they?
As far as I can tell, it is a he.
What are he?
What are he? What did he? He called himself. Page missing. Just look. He called himself Ilvenis. Red-skinned. 2 horns that had started to curl around. I mean,
Have you dated him, Undra?
to be honest,
That sounds familiar.
a charming individual. I mean, you could almost say I didn't realise what I was doing until I'd done it. He just,
So he tricked you.
Oh,
I mean, possibly. I don't know.
do you believe
I
you
knew
were
if
charmed?
I hadn't have wanted to have done it, I wouldn't have gone. So, but
So do you have to meet him again or something?
I don't know. It's so long ago now. Sometimes I forgot. For years I forgot, and then I'd remember and just forget about it. Try and rid my mind of it, but who knows?
So, if I got this correct, so you bought your mum 10 more years. So what?
Or
No.
her whole life.
I bought her health and a long life.
Okay, a long life. Yes, yeah. Yes, making sure, because might be if you go back on this deal, something
You're
might.
going to throw her in.
No,
I don't-
just
I don't-
Wait, there's
I don't
more.
I don't, to be honest, know how I can get out of this.
No.
I mean, I signed.
Yeah.
I signed something in my blood.
Oh, buddy.
Yeah.
Did you have someone look over it? No? Okay.
Like a paranormal legal or something.
I was not in a good space. The death of my father, as I've told you, it was not a good time.
Do you think the devil made your mum and your dad poorly?
I don't know. And to be honest, it's not something I want to dwell on, to think I've been tricked in that manner.
Well, it just made me feel a bit less bad about killing him.
But are we really supposed to be killing him? Because if he's made this deal, that's sort of on him.
The tank turns around and goes, surely he's beyond reasoning with a fiend. They're not stupid by all means. If this one is as intelligent as my brother suggests, then surely it's. Maybe we can see if there's a loophole. Undra, you're clever with words, and maybe we could request to look at the contract and see if there's a way out.
Oh, yes, I'm very interested in talking to this fiend, yes. Yes, I might make him my wife.
Harrod turns around and goes, keep your voices down. I've not told anyone of this thing. The rumor survives, and people believe that it's just luck for the most part. I'd hate anyone else to befall the same fate as me.
Are there folk tales about such things in this town?
There always has been. And Tank turns around and goes, well, I tell a few of them to you, and the success on a crop year when there was no right reason to be one individual. He pulled up from the depths a casket of gold and no record of a shipwreck in the area. No other sign, and he packed up, and as far as we know, he made his way north and set up a successful business.
What about the consequence? Do we know about the consequences to these actions? These good luck items, what happens?
Well, and Harrod chips in. To be honest, I imagine the price is always the same. What else would a fiend want other than a soul to drag to hell?
Is there a history of this in this town of people?
Good luck has always fallen well on Weaver. The hardworking individuals, we just took it as a sign of luck. Fortunes are hardworking.
So, like, you go and bury... Like, I'm doing this in a whisper, like, because so no one can hear. So, do you just go to this crossroad and bury a coin, and then he turns up?
You have to...
Something personal.
You have to you bury a gold coin and something personal, and I'm not sure why. You also require the bone of a black cat.
Oh.
And
What about a feather of an owlbear?
the dirt of a grave.
Oh,
I'm sure
I've
we
got
got
some.
that.
probably
Yeah.
got all
I got
of
some in
that.
my pockets, it's alright.
What if we wrote a nice note? You write a nice note, stuck it all together in a little baggie with all the gear, and popped it in at Crossroads saying, "Hey, got time to have a chat? We'd like to review our client's contract." Meanwhile, we all spread out, ready to go. What do you reckon? What do you reckon?
So do you believe that the burying of the thing is the contract itself, or is it negotiated with the demon when we meet him?
It must be negotiated when you meet him, surely. You can't just be burying shit.
So do people just disappear from this town?
Only when they leave. People don't just go.
But they leave.
Well, they leave with good fortune. I mean,
Or they die.
it's
Oh,
a small
yeah,
place. I mean,
yes.
if you were to come across a small fortune, why would you not explore the realm and find a nice
And
house out of the
I
wind?
believe in
and-
staying and helping your community, but
Yeah,
it's,
yeah.
you know, not
And like,
everybody feels like that.
If someone finds
Well, nor
something...
do I. I've stayed here.
Yes,
Oh, that's nice.
yes.
So, and when someone's had something good, something bad happens to someone else.
Well, not necessarily.
Okay. It's not
Depends
a-
who made the contract.
Okay.
So, I say we've got two options. We can either, like, hang about until he turns up and then have a word, or we could go and bury stuff at the crossroads and get him to turn up and then have a word that way.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I think
I
we're
like
gonna
that one.
bury and then
And I
have
think we
some
should-
words.
Yes. Or
Spread
we can get
out.
someone else to bury something.
Yeah.
Well, they're in the contract negotiation stage. We step
Tank-
in.
Tank
Oh.
turns around and says, I'll gladly bury something to draw him out. And Harrod turns around and puts his hand on his arm and says,
Yeah.
Simon, I don't need you to do that.
No, because you guys have. We're just gonna have a conversation.
We've got
Well,
enough
how-
stress.
How are we going to draw him out? I can't ask one of you to put that yourself.
Hey,
forward.
I'll do that. There's no problem.
Yeah, I mean,
Has
to be
anybody
fair,
died recently?
she's living on borrowed time anyway, so,
Yeah.
you know.
She's got a
I'm
boot.
schmine. It's a
Well-
contract.
He takes his beer and he kind of like boom on the table. Shall we do it now? I can't imagine this thing will come out in the daytime.
Yeah, no, I reckon that's a great idea. Let's get on it.
Are we not tired? It's good.
Harrod, any tips?
Or do you want to have a run night's rest first?
Yeah, because I was planning on asking my Rowan for advice and also preparing something that may convince the devil to have to speak the truth. so we can.
Oh,
Yes.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yes.
Like some
That's
sort
a
of,
bit
yeah,
like-
yeah.
like a
All right, let's
tree
do it
fence,
tomorrow
Yeah.
night. Then.
Yeah.
I think we need a rest because we had a big walk off the mountain and stuff.
Yes, yes,
And
yes.
you guys need to catch up, and should anything weird happen, then you just wake us up and we just jump to action.
And Tish can barely move because she's had so
I'm
much
so
fish pie.
little and I'm very tired and I'm full of fish pie. Funnily enough.
Roll a persuasion check. One of you with advantage. It seems like Tank, as you is understandable, is very keen to get this done with.
Anybody else got better persuasion?
What's
Plus
yours?
3. That's all.
Oh, you'll probably be good.
I'm a 6.
Oh, natural 20.
Oh, no,
No,
we're
we'll go with that. Yeah. No.
Yeah. on the fancy dice
On the
too.
fence it
That
does.
is
Oh, where did
Thank
you
you,
get the fancy
guys.
dice from?
I don't know. I've had them for many times.
Oh, you didn't get it from Lovecraft Game Store then?
No, I did not.
Oh, that's
Oh,
probably
you
why
should-
they're rolling 20s.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's okay. We'll just edit that out.
Yeah, we're gonna edit that out.
And then he kind of turns around and he's like, "Well, if you think Shord it might help, then."
Yes.
Yes.
He's just got to go upstairs and rub his hammer for a while.
Again, like I said, if you think
Oh,
it
we're
helps,
staying
then-
here.
Yes. Yeah, but it will definitely help.
Can we get rooms at the inn?
We're not staying at their house.
Are we? Or is it?
Harrod turns around. You're more than welcome. I mean,
Just thinking, like, if
it will
something-
be cozy for sure, but to be honest, it might.
It might be best in case he turns up, eh?
Yeah.
If we stay at your house.
Yes,
Yeah, because you
yes.
only get
Yeah.
like 2 minutes of sleep, the rest of us will be fine. Come
Oh,
on,
that's
let's go meet your mum.
Yes, and you make your way in the evening.
You know what happened the last time you said that?
In the fading
10 minutes
light
of
across the
laughing.
small town.
Shall we bring her a pie?
The kind of population here is seems to be mostly human. A couple of elves that you can make out, but everyone seems to be a little bit kind of. A best way to describe them is weathered and kind of rugged. They're kind of like
Rugged?
the weather here and the constant wind and being at sea has kind of just battered them a little bit and melded them into this kind of more hardened
Oh,
human being.
not like hot, attractive hard.
It's not like
Just
we're not talking like kind of
works too hard.
Miami Beach. It's more like like urban, like kind of rural
Oh,
fishing
yeah,
village.
neat. Right, so where's your mum's house?
They take you down to this small building made of stone and wood, and the smell coming from it is delicious to the point where it
Oh,
actually
that's
gets you kind of starting to get
I can,
hungry
I
again.
can eat. I can eat.
And as you go in,
Don't be rude.
an older female turns around. And says, "Oh, Simon, when did you arrive in town?"
Simon!
Tank kind of walks up and mother and gives her a kiss on each cheek and this kind of massive hug and embrace, almost like he's squeezing the life out of her. And puts her kind of as he releases her, she's almost got a tear in her eye. She's, "Oh, it's been so long. Is Letitia here?" I'm sorry, it's just myself. I had some business and something I wanted to talk with Harrod about, and I brought some friends who were coming this way, and he introduces you all to his mother, Gwyneth. Duncan,
I'll give her the traditional dwarvish welcome. Hello!
Hello. But he introduces you all, and this is my mother, Gwyneth Eventide.
Thank you, Simon, for that introduction.
He looks and
Can I ask you
smiles
a
and-
question, Gwyneth?
Yes, buddy.
Well, your name's Gwyneth, and one son's called Harrod. What made you choose Simon as the name for your other son?
Wow, it's, his father chose Simon. And, I don't know.
Simple.
Garth just had a particular affirmation with the name. He loved it. I don't know what Garth liked about Simon. But
I've heard that story before about someone else I know very close.
why? It's not a strange name.
No,
Well, I wouldn't call it strange.
no, not like Shold or Undra or Tish.
Undra.
That's what I said. Anyway, sorry, what were you saying? I've got myself sidetracked. now.
Look, come in. Is anyone hungry? I've just made some.
Oh, yes.
Oh, family.
Chowder.
I could eat.
She dishes up a couple of bowls and then she kind of busies herself making.
Is
a
it
couple
seafood
of fish.
chowder?
All the
It is,
time,
yeah.
isn't it?
Oh,
Funnily
no
enough,
surprise.
Kind of Tank looks at you and smiles. He goes, "It's pretty much everything here." You get used to it.
You must love it, Scold.
Well, it reminds me
This actually
of
is
the
really
place
good.
I
It's
lived,
like
yes.
well seasoned, and there's kind of green herbs in there, that a little bit of a peppery flavour from some of these
It's
kind
creamy.
of leafy greens that are just kind of she's obviously just put in at the very last moment.
I like chunks of mussels and
There,
fish.
exactly. There's a little bit. The potatoes just perfectly cooked, so
Everything
it
I
kind
do.
of breaks apart, but it's not
Shrimpy
mushy.
things?
It's, yeah, it's quite
Shrimpy
it's really
things.
Would
No,
you
no,
would you have
mussels,
any just
fish.
like plain fish and potatoes? Because Shaw was just saying how much you miss that.
No, maybe
Just
tomorrow.
boiled.
Just maybe
both of
tomorrow
them.
night.
Yeah.
Um,
In the
she-
same pot.
yeah, she busies herself making beds for the all. She kind of it's going to be
Doughboys.
cozy, and I'll stoke the fire up. But it's always a pleasure to have company.
Does she have any doughboys in it, or like a special nice? What? Oh, we need to talk about the doughboys.
Well, you can have that conversation with her.
Yeah, yeah. No, I'm just learning. Yeah.
But
Mm.
yeah, she turns around and there's some questions. And,
We call those klimp.
Clim.
Clim.
Clean.
Yeah.
I haven't made them yet, but I know they taste good.
Was that
at
like
done.
for reals?
Yes.
Yeah. If it's just flour and water.
And a bit of baking powder, and it just and it's.
We don't use baking powder. That's fancy
Am
stuff.
I getting fancy? Sorry.
Yeah.
Apart from I
Yeah.
have been in the
I have
town
to
of
say-
Harrod
It's
once.
sounding pretty grim.
Oh my god.
Well,
friendship.
we aren't famous for our cuisine.
Well, thank you for listening to Kiwis and Cooking. Next week.
Oh, I've got a friend that can help you with that.
The only battle here
Head,
is
shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes.
the battle
Right.
of the indigestion, I think, this week. Yeah.
Moving on.
So, Simon's mum.
the evening goes with some catch up, but for the most point, Simon and his mum
Sketches of when he was
spend a
little.
lot of time conversing and leave you to your own devices. You all go to bed.
Fine, and take out my lens.
Can we?
Keep a watch.
Should we keep a watch? Yeah.
Yes.
Just in
Yeah.
case.
Yeah,
like,
you fellas should
wolves
do
and
that.
devils turn up.
I'm full. Tired.
Yeah. I'm gonna prep a different array of spells for tonight, so I'm gonna have a remove curse as well.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Now,
Can
is
he
that
do?
something a cleric can do? Swap out your spells?
He can do whatever he wants.
Yeah,
He's got a big
overnight.
shiny
Or
hammer.
overnight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, I'm asking you.
Yeah, it is. So I've got access to all of my spells.
So you can change them out at a long rest. Is that
Whatever
correct?
you
Yeah.
want.
It's more of a just telling people what you're doing.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
no.
yes.
So I
I
can.
wasn't questioning you.
No.
I was wondering because
Yeah,
he's often
no.
in and out of that pile, and it looks like, hey,
Yes.
that's not fair.
Yeah.
But cool.
So I've got access to all of these spells, but I need to prepare them.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, the downside is he rolls like poop, so.
Yeah.
It's okay. It balances out. Like you want to chuck some wards around the house and stuff.
No, because I won't touch
touches
those
it.
cursed dice.
No. Not those special ones from
And also, I
Lovecraft
could
Games Store.
do like wardings and stuff, but I don't have the things
Well, we
required.
don't really want to ward him anyway. We want him to turn up so we can talk to him,
Yeah.
don't we?
But to have manners, yeah.
Yeah.
So you take watch, and the evening goes without any issue at all. No noises apart from the wind, which is not too
Well,
strong, but
pardon
enough
me,
to
that
just
was the fish
rattle.
chowder.
Enough to rattle the kind of the window shutters.
Is that what it was?
Well done, buddy. Well done.
Occasionally, the fire just goes. But it's a particularly potent piece of wood. Yeah, you wake up the next morning, and I mean, is there anything in particular you want to do, or kind of it's a strange kind of morning? Is this feeling of waiting around? Like when you're on a journey and you've got to wait for something.
Just
called-
remind everybody it's a big day ahead, Rubby Stones.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I have to roll a.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
go.
Please, would you roll a really good number if you could? That'd be great. Oh,
Oh,
I can't tell
no.
what that is. Is it a 6 or a 9?
It doesn't make any difference. It's a 6, but it wouldn't make any difference because you
Under
need
a
those
chance,
10.
unfortunately, there's
Average.
no luck with you today. So
So they're only good for skimming and throwing at people's heads, guys. Just saying.
Oh yeah. But well, we don't need luck. Luck is something we make ourselves, or something, or luck is for the unprepared, or some sort of wise.
It's
thing.
gonna be
Yeah.
all right, guys.
Yep.
Great pep talk.
Yep.
Thanks.
you get a quiet moment in your head, and Louis, please tell me we're going to do something challenging today. I could really do with just being put to good use.
Well, I'm
Harrod land like a wallflower isn't really my cup of empty, you know.
But you're not a flower. You're a strong, veiny tree.
Well, I would if someone swung me like one, but at the minute I'm being carried around.
Well, I can swing you. Might not be today, but I will bury you in something.
Okay. Good. I look forward to that.
Yes, because I'm not sure if this is actually a devil or what it is.
May you swing me with the righteousness of Rowan.
Yes, I will.
You bastards.
Of course, you have just heard one side of that. Something about veiny words and swinging things.
Duncan will just wander out and goes, talking to his hammer again.
Oh,
Oh my lord.
I don't know how we got here.
Where's Simon's mum?
Now, do we need, like, the bone of a black cat and some grave dirt?
Yep.
Yeah.
And a coin. And are
we
you
need to
writing?
know what the personal thing is that we have.
And a little
to be
note.
some person from the person that buries something.
Yes. So that's going to be me, yes?
Does it even just have to be a piece of hair or something?
Well, don't bury me.
You know, don't.
I was caught out.
Harrod comes over to you and he's like, I have this, and he pulls out a small kind of Hessian small bag, and in there's a couple of white bones. He's like, I never saw the reason to get rid of these. I don't know why, but
The cat bones.
I have these. But
I was looking forward to going out, killing a cat.
We should make a puppet with its fur.
I mean, don't let me stop you. But
Oh,
I need some grave dirt though.
There go the rest of our listeners.
I've got some. I just
The other two.
turned some out of my pocket from one of the things that we've buried on our journey.
Thank you, because I might need it for something as well.
In a gold case.
I just need a pinch.
Oh.
Right.
Like you know the pinch like cooking.
Yeah,
let's not go there.
Yeah. Let's not do more cooking.
No.
We're on to
Are
advanced
you writing a
demonology
nice
now.
note to the devil demon? Hey buddy, let's have a chat.
Is there anything else you particularly want to do during the day, or are we fast forwarding to the evening?
Is there like a church here in the town?
There is a small chapel, a stone chapel, which actually sits not far from the water's edge. It overlooks the lower kind of quay or the jetties, where a number of rugged looking fishing vessels are moored up at the moment.
Okay.
Just kind of rocking on the ocean swell.
Could I go up to the church and see if there's like is there a cleric or anything who lives in the church?
There is no one in the church at the moment, and the door is open. It's empty.
Who is it to? What deity?
Like the House of the Rising Sun or something.
This particular church is a shrine to Ilvenis, the god of nature, being more on the coast, and that kind of that requirement of good crops and good fishing yield. There's small offerings that are given to help kind of make that bounty constant and good.
Does he have an evil twin brother? Does he have an evil twin brother?
Who?
The god of nature.
Not that you're not sure. I mean,
Not yet.
Is there, like, just wandering around the church, is there anything that would strike me as, like, linking into this legend of the Crossroads at all? Is there anything?
make a perception check.
No.
But no, not really. I mean, there's a couple of paintings and pictures depicting Ilvenis in numerous kind of guises. A lot of a couple of sea images. A single stained glass window, but it's nothing ornate or too creative. More just kind of coloured glass. Just at the end, a small dais. And as you're in there, hey, could I help you with something, please? And this kind of rugged, weathered-looking, I suppose, somewhat fisherman-looking kind of person or male walks in with a long smock and kind of what looks like an pair of oiled kind of breeches. Can What can I do for you?
Hello.
Oh, hello.
We're just visiting the town, and I just thought I'd pop up to the church and just pay my respects.
All right.
Is there a resident cleric here?
Yeah, you're looking at him. Also the resident lighthouseman too.
Oh, I do love a lighthouse.
Oh. Did we see a lighthouse?
You did.
Yeah.
It's not far from the church. They're kind of
Okay.
almost on their own little headland. One is maybe about 100 feet from the other. It's not a very grand kind of lighthouse. There's a couple of stories and it's kind of more functional over aesthetically
It was
wondrous.
quite interesting. On the ride in, we went over this crossroads, and our friend was telling us about, that there were all these village stories about it. That the kids used to tell each other about, summoning the devil from the crossroads. Do you know anything about that?
I don't know about the devil. I know some fools go there for luck and wish themselves luck, but it's a fool's errand. Half the time they come back with just sore feet and a silly look on their face. But no stories of the devil that I know.
Oh,
It
okay.
seems a very lucky place, doesn't it?
Oh, sometimes we work hard. It's a hard-working community, and it's led well. Lord Orwin and Lady Orwin, they're prudent governors of the town. They work hard and they're fair. But
I was looking for a friend of mine called Ilvenis. Have you seen it? Do you know if he lives in the town?
it doesn't ring a bell. That's a strange sort of name as well.
Well, yeah.
Good
Not
night.
strange as Simon though. Can I roll
What was your name again, sir?
Duncan? Can't make it.
Dun of kin? No, yeah.
No, Duncan Dana. You might
Sir
have heard my
Duncan
grandma.
Dana.
Grand wizard.
I wanna do that as well. Like I wanna use my insight.
15 on insight to see if he's like hiding anything.
He seems like a crouchy kind of fisherman that's weathered and honest. From his answer to your questions, there's an old wives' tale of luck, but as far as he's concerned, it's codswallop. People go to the crossroads and make a wish and come back, and they think their problems will be solved, and actually just.
Is there a very old lady in the village who, like, perhaps tells fortunes or has very old history of the town? I love to speak to these old women. They're so full of wonderful stories, and
It's like
And they smell of cabbage.
usually, and maybe a bit of peace.
you could speak to Maggie.
Maggie?
Yeah, she's down on the docks helping fish some of the nets.
Sounds right.
Yeah, you can't miss her. She's old, ugly bat. Looks like she'd been in a fight with someone and lost a number of times. But I mean, yeah,
No
She
judgment here.
she would know the history of the town better than anyone.
Lovely.
Well, I mean, it's not
Maggie
very,
down
it's not
on the
very,
docks.
It's not very exciting. You know that, don't you?
What is not
a
exciting
fishing
to
town.
you? It's very exciting to me.
I know. We just
You're a
spent our whole
beautiful
time.
lighthouse.
Strange woman.
Do you take
You
people
have
on
no
a tour of
idea.
your lighthouse?
No.
Oh, may I break in and do it myself?
Be my guest. While you're up there, turn the light on.
Oh, yes, marvelous. I can do that.
I've heard there was a big storm that hit somewhere along the coast and wiped out the town.
No idea what you're talking about.
Okay.
Oh. That might be somewhere else, eh?
Yeah, like along the coast.
Yeah.
Other coast. He has no idea.
Oh,
what
was there
he's
other
talking
coast?
about.
Ah.
Wasn't
Right.
here, not bothered.
What was your name again?
Tim,
Not Simon.
I'm gonna have to tell you now.
just edit
It
this
has
bit out.
30 Hedrick.
Ferdy. Oh, okay.
Ferdy Hedrick.
Can you tell me the name of all the other people in the village?
Well, there's Maggie.
And then this lady and
You're
Lord
very
Orwin.
strange, all four
Harrod.
of you.
No.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, we've travelled a long way. We might be coming across a
Yeah.
little
We
road
we haven't been speaking to people for a long while.
It's
And
not.
there's only the three of us, so
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
be a bit confused there.
Looks
Right.
like you for
let's go down to the docks and
Kind
speak
of
to
pokes
Maggie.
you.
Yep.
And he goes and pokes you. No,
You
there's
can
4.
You can encounter 3.
Ah, he's simple.
He's
That's not
More
the first time
complex.
Tish has been
he's
pulled by a
very
fisherman.
complex, but he just has a unique look on life. Yeah. Have the Orwins always governed the town?
For a long time now, yeah.
Like hundreds of years?
Oh, I don't think they're that old. They're,
Oh,
they're a youngish couple. Why you want to know?
we just love hearing the history
Oh,
and the
yes,
stories.
yes. I love to learn everything.
No, I think they came across the nobility at some point. I don't really know. I just do my job. Like my lighthouse.
And
Not
why
many
would-
people. Haven't
why-
got to talk much.
Why would they
That was a
stick
hint.
around here?
Don't want to talk anymore.
I don't do well. That's in with.
Maybe you should see someone about that.
I'm going to go and turn your light on.
Oh, is that a euphemism?
Not yet.
Let's go and speak to Maggie,
Let's go to
and
the
then we could go to
Maggie.
the Crossroads.
He kind of cracks his back. Oh, it's good. Off with here now. Good luck.
Is there anything else we can do for you?
Keep walking. Thank you.
With pleasure.
Should we slam the door on the way out?
If you want to. Make a strength check.
Oh,
Oh, I was asking him that question.
If you want to.
All right.
Make a strength check.
2.
All right. I'm gonna make a strength check now. Oh no, we didn't have the stones either.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
You would use advantage to close the door.
5 on the dice.
That kind of moment where he walks out to
Oh,
make
well,
a big
I-
gesture of leaving and
Thank
shuts the door and it goes. And then kind of almost comes back a little bit. And you just see this.
It was actually a total of 7 with my strength.
Save it.
And I look at you, Charles, and I say, I've never been more aroused.
From talking about lighthouses.
Well, the show of strength that you...
Oh, it's strength of character today.
oh, look, is that Maggie down there?
To the docks! To see filthy Maggie.
Love
As
it.
you get down there, hear this kind of old. You can hear it before you see it. This song, it's like.
At least I couldn't smell her before I could see her. That's good.
There's this old lady in this big black cloak, hunched over, kind of sleeves pushed up, these thin arms, gaunt and kind of bony, but her fingers are deft as they're kind of like fixing hold nets, and she's got like a pile of nets around her, and it's just like this, what looks like a bone and a thread. She looks up at you. You're new.
Go on, you talk.
Well, I wouldn't say that. I'm like 364, but that's okay. Hello. I hear you are Maggie.
Yes, I am.
I hear you have much knowledge of this town.
Well, more than most, I suppose.
Yes. Seen many things, I believe.
A fair share.
Probably touched quite a lot of them too.
Quite sure what you're getting at.
Oh, well, you know, the nets, the fish, you've been here quite
She
a
kind of,
time.
as she stops, she starts again. She's like, yep. Yeah, I mean, yeah. What
I love to...
are you? What are you? Who are you? What do you want?
I love to gather folk tales from the towns that I visit, and I hear there's a very special one here about burying like gold coin and something at the Crossroads.
In a second, she stops. She looks at you and then continues. It's a funny story. Where did you hear that?
Oh, one of the villagers here. I would love to hear more, but I didn't know much about the history. Maybe that's them now. Is it Rowan?
Excuse me. Oh no, it stopped. What's this strange noise?
All I can say is, who the hell has a landline anymore? moment.
She pulls something out of her pocket and flips it open. I can't talk right now. I'm just with some people. Bye-bye.
It's okay. It's just Morris. He learned to do that some years ago. He does it all the time now.
Right. She looks
Okay.
and you're asking about Crossroads.
Yep, that's the one then.
It's such an intriguing tale. I would love to know more. How has it become the tale that it has?
Well, truth. And she kind of puts the net down. She looks at you. There's always truth to some degree behind a rumor or a folk tale. But this is one better left alone. The fewer people that know of that, the better. No good will come from going there and doing those things.
Does it frighten you, Maggie?
That doesn't bother me. I'm not stupid enough to sell my mind and my being for an inconsequential thing. See, when you live a life as full as me, and you're right, touched plenty of nets. She kind of winks at you. Don't see the need to give up all of that for gold or success. I mean, don't get me wrong. People have enjoyed their time, but it's always the foolish that make those decisions.
What happens to those that bury the coins?
Who knows? Most of them leave town. The ones that didn't, they died before their years.
How long has this been going on for in this town?
As long as I know. But fewer and fewer I hear the rumors. Most people go out, make a wish, stand in the middle, think the job is done. So, hopefully, the less that know about what to do, the better. So,
There's more than just popping it in the ground. You have to
I
sing and
suggest you
dance.
forget the tales you've heard. No good will ever come of making a deal with the devil.
Have you seen him?
Why would I want to sin him? I told you, I haven't made a pact. I have no idea what's going on. I just do my thing. Oh, Maggie, fixing the nets. Bastards can't keep them from being broken. They just pulled a bit lighter. See, all brute strength, no brain. Those bastards out on the boats.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
take the finest of the bones from my collection that would make a good needle for her, and I offer it to her as thanks.
Thank you.
Is
You're welcome.
is there somewhere in the village I could get a spade?
Probably. You could go and see Isha, the provision store. He'll have something, I'm sure.
Right. Can we go to Isha's and buy a spade?
Yeah, she gives you directions, and she thanks you again, Undra. She's like, "You're strange, but I
Thank you.
like you. Strange is good."
Yes, I love a bit of strange. Thank you, Maggie, very much. If you remember any more, or you decide you want to share anything else, please, I will take and care for your history very carefully.
Nope, that's about it. You make your way out from the docks and we're pointing out, and at this point, Harrod and Tank have joined you again and take you to a small provision store, which is run by an elf, dark brown hair, kind of tied back.
Sorry.
A quiet, polite elf as you walk in. Oh, good day. How are you? And he's kind of well kept, but wears kind of quite muted colours. The shop is very basic but functional for the town it is in. It's not too large. There's equipment for tending crops and simple tools, some ropes. There's kind of simple provisions. It's like a one-stop kind of has everything kind of store. Harrod, Simon, we haven't seen you in a few years. All is well, and the inn is running well. We kind of have this conversation, and he introduces the four of you. Well met. Welcome to my small shop. What is it you're after?
Spade.
My friend Duncan here would quite like a spade.
He looks at you, and for a moment thinks about it, and then goes, "Of course. Over there, Master Dwarf."
Right, can I pick one that's like a good size for me?
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool.
And it looks like a silver piece, if you don't mind. And he's very polite, not kind of too servient to you, but he's trying.
Right, I pay him a silver piece and take the spade out.
You've got
Yeah,
the silver
and you leave.
piece.
He doesn't like elves, I take it.
No.
I'm sorry for that. But it was good to, and he kind of, it's good to see you, Simon. Good to have you back. I'm sure your mother was pleased. And they kind of have a quick chat and leave. Tank's like, you could try and be nicer, Duncan.
Oh, that must be
Issues-
being
issues-
nice.
Yeah.
He's a good one. He's done well for the town.
Yeah, well, the Undra was nice for all of us.
I'm so nice.
Yeah, like I'm actually starting to fear that something's wrong with you because how you talk to Maggie.
I'm so nice. I love a crusty old woman.
Right,
Good to know.
tightly sex parchment. Right, so should we just wait till the evening and then head up the Crossroads? Is that good with everyone?
Yes.
So what is the personal item? we going
Harrod, yeah. Well, who's
So who's doing the
doing
thing?
it?
Is it me?
You were going to do it. weren't
I'm
you?
going to do it. So what personal thing do I have?
Can you
I
just
could,
put a bit of your hair or something, or a fingernail? How expressive does this have to be?
How personal? How special?
What did you put in it when you did it, Harrod?
I put a chain given to me by my father.
Oh, he went top notch. That is
I
peaceful.
have a signet ring.
Yeah,
I
that'll
will
work.
use
Okay.
this.
Okay. So the evening
stupid
draws,
cloak
it
of
gets
elven
darker, the breeze cools. You make your way, moving away from the village and the coast toward the crossroad, and get there. The point where the last of the light is fading on the horizon. Take your shovel. What do you do?
Right, so we've got to bury your things.
How far are we from the lighthouse? Because I may have forgotten to put the light on.
You turn over and can't see any light.
Yeah.
Oops.
Yeah, you hear the scream of women out
drowning
inside.
And I go, it's so peaceful here.
Right,
So lovely.
so what I want to do is I want to dig a little hole to put like the things we need to put in, and then I want to dig a bigger hole and bury myself.
Jinkies.
Oh, you
Okay.
are
I
very
was gonna
special
say-
to me, Duncan.
Hide behind like one of the rocks right beside it, and like we take a rock
Okay.
each.
I eagerly help Duncan dig the hole.
Jinkies.
Yeah, 6 feet.
No, not 6 feet, just like shallow hole, but just and then cover myself. Like when you bury yourself at the beach, I want to do it like that.
Okay. Can you put Tank and Harrod up there? Just in the middle.
Oh.
You kind of Tank said. Harrod says you have to put it right in the middle, where the lines intersect. So where you buried Duncan exactly?
Right. The buried treasure is just there. That's me. Oh,
Yeah.
And that could be the box.
Okay. So you're there. And that's your positions. I would say Harrod and Tank, let's just move those off to one edge. Yeah, probably there.
Like that.
Yep.
And then what do we just like spread out?
I'm
Just
gonna
circle?
stand there because I'm gonna greet the thing. Do you wanna be up on a ridge, maybe?
I feel I should stand on a rock because I'm quite short.
Yeah.
Do you think I should go on the
stand
big
up on the
Yeah.
ridge there.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
You bury the goods.
On a ridge line. Sorry.
You look
Carry on.
over. You wait.
I need a wee.
You hear from under the ground.
Well, not bury my whole face. I just have my like.
No,
little face.
Yeah, just go where you are, Duncan. I'm not getting you out again.
Who is-
it's
Is
a
there
gift
something-
for the nature.
Didn't the old lady said there was more than just standing there? Harrod, what else did you do?
I did nothing.
Oh.
I just waited and can you put him just on the opposite side to you on the stone?
Over here?
Other side, very
Oh,
that's
go
there,
over
just on that
there.
lower one.
So
As your voices are drawn. Why, hello. I have some visitors here. It's a
G'day.
pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Hello.
Now, if I may,
Kia ora.
which one of you belongs to this? And he just flicks up the signet ring. And he just ching, 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 and catches it.
Oh, well, that's
And then
very good.
and in front of you,
Flirty.
a very elegantly dressed humanoid, red skin, angled features, two horns coming out of his head which curl around and down towards his back. Kind of short hair just in the centre. His eyes are kind of a mixture of kind of green and,
Oh,
and
stop
blue.
it.
Wow. Even
But,
I'm impressed
And
right now.
he just looks and just kind of stands there casually and confidently.
G'day.
I'm blushing like a schoolgirl.
Oh my god.
If I knew what a schoolgirl was.
In the dark,
look,
he just takes a step down and casually moves towards you. Wow, so many people here. Normally you come on your own. To see,
Well, the more the merrier.
he looks over.
Oh, here we go, here we go.
Even a holy one. So what can Ilvenis do for you, Moshe?
Well, you know, it is more about what you can do for me. What can I do for you? I'm somewhat flummoxed by your gorgeous beauty.
What?
Cut the crap. What do you want?
That's more of Duncan's job, really.
He's like,
I want
why
to.
did he feel the need to bury himself over there anyway?
Who? No, you can't see him.
You don't expect me to know what is going on in Mount Crossroads.
Well, my friend.
I don't see your name on it. So what was your name again?
I told you. Ilvenis.
So,
Are you here to
Ilvenis.
request something or are you here just to be dumb idiots?
Oh!
We can do both, don't you worry.
Hello, did I hear someone calling me?
He kind of looks over and he looks in the direction over at you, Tish, and sees Harrod. Now it makes sense. Let me guess. Someone doesn't want to pay the debt to me. Is that correct?
No, I think we just wanted to have a look at the contract in the ins and outs. Because it seems like you've run a very tight ship.
With that, he kind of steps off, moves into the centre, stands next to you. Want to see the paperwork? Well, of course. And he just kind of pulls his hand up, and there's this, and suddenly there's this kind of parchment, tightly rolled.
That's you, buddy. You're
I'm
up.
very damp.
Paperwork, he said. And he pulls it out. And he goes, Harrod, wasn't it? That's right. I, Harrod Eventide, bequeath my soul 10 years hence. Blah, blah. Some very complicated words which you will not be able to understand.
Give me a shot.
The price I will pay. My soul, be quiet, human. The price I will pay. My soul to be paid for eternal damnation.
I will cast Zone of Truth on him. I'm going to cast Zone of Truth. I was going to ask him that I was going to do that, but he is being rude.
What's the saving throw here?
So it's a charisma saving throw. And I will know if it's
very charismatic.
So
what's your DC?
15.
He rolled with advantage a 13 plus 4, so it's a 17.
Right,
and he looks at you and he's like, simple tricks.
Oh.
Let me cut to the chase. This is a binding and legal contract which he signed with his own blood of his own free will. Unfortunately, there is jack any you can do about it, so I suggest you leave him here to fulfill his obligation. I believe your mother, dear Gwyneth, is at home well and good, sir. Is that not true? And Harrod looks across, visibly shaken. Yes, she is. So I believe I have held up my particular end of this contract. Have I not? And he looks again. Yes.
Can I sit up?
Yeah.
You got to dig yourself out.
He's like, dwarves, always the stupid ones.
Oh, yeah, I am. You're right.
You are. Thick as two sharp planks. Bearing yourself to surprise me. Christ.
So,
let me put it to you like this.
Hello.
There is absolutely nothing you can say that will entice me to cancel this here contract, taking his soul to Mephistopheles down in hell, where he will be tortured and tormented for all eternity. So how about you give yourselves a break and wander off back to that little town?
Ilvenis, just a moment. I don't really care what happens with these peasants, but I'm really interested in your business model and your plan.
Yeah.
Can you tell me what your profits are, what you get out of it personally?
Certainly. Would you like to make a little agreement to have me share those details with you? I'm quite happy to do that, of course, at a price.
Oh, that is very sweet. But I'd rather that you just, give me a little insight now.
And you're wasting my time. I'm bored of you all now.
well, is there like some other sort of deal we could make? In lieu of his soul.
I've got some
Now
elk
you're
beer feathers.
talking my language. And he kind of walks over to you where you're half sat in the dirt and kind of kneels down eye level with you. What kind of deal are you thinking of?
Well, I don't really know, because I'm not that smart. Like, you're obviously very clever because you could read and write contracts and stuff. But, all we're good at, all I'm good at is, like, killing things and fighting things. So I don't know. But if, like, I don't know, if there was some, like, secret magic item in some hidden dungeon somewhere that you wanted or something, maybe we could go and get that for you. I don't really want to trade my soul or anyone else's soul, because that's just like robbing Peter to pay Simon.
You mean like we could do a
He looks
favour?
and he just goes,
Oh, okay.
I will be right back. And he
We
just,
could be killing in the name
just
of
in a pop of dust, just vanishes.
Move
And
that
then-
dust.
The breeze just moves it on the air, and for a split second you wonder, and then pops back.
Oh,
Master
that's so
Dwarf.
wonderful.
So cool.
Funnily enough, you have said probably the cleverest thing of this entire group all night.
Well, I do that quite a lot.
That's quite
ask you to
hurtful.
be quiet, because I have an option for you, and we will find out what that is next time. Thank you, everyone.
Far
Apologies
out.
for my terrible attempt at doing a southern voice.
Oh,
very
that was
good.
Right, that was
Yeah,
really
it was
good.
lovely.
Yeah.
Lovely.
I know, it's so sad. My wife goes, what the hell are you doing? Thank you, and join us next time to figure out what it is they might be offered or asked to do in lieu of the soul of
Harrod.
Harrod Eventide.
Simon's brother.
Thanks, everyone. Check us out on Facebook and Instagram, and
All the
And
other
the
cool
Oh,
ones.
YouTube that was probably be up to date by here.
Yes.
And if you do the Facebook thing, do like our page on Facebook, because we might be doing like a Facebook Live at some point in the not too distant future, where you can like ask us questions and stuff as we play. So like our Facebook and look out for that. Thanks everyone. We'll see you next time.
Thank you.
Thanks. Bye bye.
Farewell.